Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're taking a look at the Taurus PT22. This is a 22 long rifle made by Taurus. It has an 8-round magazine. It has these little slots on the side so you can pull down the follower to help load the rounds in, kind of like the Ruger Mark series has, and some of the Browning and the Smith & Wesson Victory. There's probably others out there that I'm forgetting. This is the little tiny pistol. It is extremely small. One of the coolest features about this is it has a tip-up barrel. Right here, I will show you guys that it's unloaded. It's got this little lever right here. Let that focus in. You flip that lever and the barrel tips up. What you do is you load your first round in. Then you close it. Then you load a magazine. And you're ready to shoot. This has a double action only trigger on it, so it's got a hammer, but you can't cock the hammer and then fire it. It's just one long trigger pull, and I'm telling you, this is a long, heavy trigger. You can shoot decently small groups with it. I was not able to really get on video too much of a grouping because I had a lot of issues with this. The first few mags I ran through it, I was getting light primer strikes, failures to eject properly. It would stop, like, it would kind of, instead of stovepiping, the round was sitting on top. I can show pictures here or somewhere on the screen. I will show you guys pictures of how this looked with the round open. It was, or when the round was trying to eject. It was odd. We did try 3 different types of ammo today. Tried the M22 22 long rifle. Tried some of the other cheap stuff, the auto match. It did not like either one of those. I was getting light primer strikes and ejection issues with both of those. It did run one mag of CCI, the mini mags. It ran that flawlessly, no problems at all. But I did not get a chance to run much more of that because it was so cold outside. It was cold, it was windy, and I just wanted to film some other content. And by the time I got to this, I was ready to go home. So we'll take this back out later. I might take it to an indoor range and try to put some rounds through it, and we'll do a follow-up video on it. This is basically just a first impressions video. And right now, I'm not that impressed. I've always had issues with Taurus semi-automatics. I've never been a fan of them. And this is kind of cementing that idea that maybe I should just stick to their revolvers. I don't know yet. But we'll see how this thing runs. If it doesn't run, then Taurus is going to get it back to try to make it right. But I was getting a lot of light primer strikes. I will say that it was extremely oily when we got it. Maybe it's got oil on the firing pin channel, and it's just kind of slowing that firing pin down, not getting a good dent. But I was not impressed with the first rounds of it. Maybe it needs a good break-in. I'm gonna take it out and run the rest of these mini mags through it. There's 100 in there, and hopefully 100 rounds helps loosen this gun up so she'll run right with the cheaper ammo. One thing I did notice about this before I drop it was if the magazine is out of it, you cannot pull the slide back at all. It locks it up. So to pull the slide back, which you really don't need to, it has to have a magazine in it, and then you can pull the slide back. And it's a pretty heavy slide for as small as it is. I don't know if that's got something to do with the way it's not ejecting properly or what. But like I said, that tip-up barrel is really nice. Put your first round in it. And I did notice on this, I don't know if it's all of them, because my Beretta, I have a little Beretta Tomcat that doesn't do this. That stays forward, and sometimes you got to push that down, it won't stay down. You got to make sure that you pull that back so that barrel stays tipped down. This is basically a clone of the Beretta Bobcat in 22. Like I say, I've got the Beretta 32 ACP in the same size. The only difference is mine's flat dark earth and has a threaded barrel on it. It's actually right here. You can see they're very similar in size. They both have about the same width on the grip. Let me show you a little better there. Grip's a little wider on the 32, but not much. Yeah, they are pretty much the same gun. You can see there. The only thing different is the 32 has a threaded barrel, so it makes it a bit longer. But that's basically it. I got this little tiny sticky holster that I use for my 32, and my 32s ran good. You know, I'll trust it as a backup gun, or if I got to run up to the store and I'm wearing gym shorts or something, I'll throw it in my pocket. I'm not scared of, you know, it not going off, because it's always gone off for me since I've got it broken in. This, there's no way in hell I would carry as a defense weapon, especially the way it runs right now. 22 is not great for self-defense. If it's all you got, that's awesome, but please get good with clearing malfunctions, because so far this has not been, yeah, it has not been the greatest pistol, but it does fit in that holster if you want to, you know, pocket carry it. Some people like pocket carry, some people don't. I'm fat as hell, so I have to pocket carry. Other than that, yeah, we'll try to get some more rounds through it, and we'll do a follow-up video to this. This is basically just the first shots, first rounds, and our first impressions with it. But thanks for watching. Stay safe, and let's take back our Second Amendment.